Imagine yourself rocked and cradled by divine intelligence itself, by source energy itself. Let's breathe together into this source energy, this divine, sacred, and holy breath. And imagine, if you will, in the center of your being, a portal awaiting your willingness to open it and be a bigger receiver for all that is needed, all healings, all transformations, all demonstrations, all revelations, all manifestations. Imagine turning the dial up as much as you're willing to receive this good now. Spirit knows what is most needed by your soul at this very moment in time. Are you willing to receive this loving, unconditionally loving light energy right here and right now? And if you would, imagine through the soles of the feet going into Mother Earth, another portal, going back into Gaia, Mother Earth, to be recycled, anything and everything that no longer serves you for your highest and best good. We bless and release that now. Thanking it for the lessons taught, willingly surrendering all that no longer serves you. So from the top, we receive through a portal, by our willingness, all the good from Spirit, all the good of God. Direct source energy impressed upon us, in us, as us, through us. Through every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of our being. If you're willing, allow for that divine, radiant light energy to have its way, its full sway, in, through, and as every atom and corpuscle and fiber of your being. Infused with your perfection, infused with your holiness, seeing yourself as whole, complete, and perfect now. all the remnants that no longer serve slip away with ease and grace through the portals of the soles of our feet back to Mother Earth Gaia, to be recycled and restored and made into something positive that can be utilized in nature. Blessing and willingly releasing all that is no longer for you, all that is no longer needed. I'd like to invite you in your mind's eye to see yourself looking in the mirror and seeing what Spirit sees. If you're willing to look at yourself in the mirror in your mind's eye, can you see the beauty of Spirit's creation? Are you willing to see yourself as whole? Are you willing to see yourself as complete? Are you willing to see yourself as perfect? A masterpiece of the divine. Are you willing to see yourself as you are divinely created, a masterpiece of the divine? Just chant or say to yourself, I am a masterpiece of the divine. I am a masterpiece of the divine. I am a masterpiece of the divine. And so just inviting you now to allow for gratitude to fill the entirety of your being with your next breath. Gratitude and praise. Just fill the heart space with gratitude and praise. On the inhale and on the exhale, even more gratitude, even more praise. Grateful for our breath, grateful for our life, grateful for our beingness. Grateful for our right seeing, that we can see ourselves as Spirit sees us, whole, complete, and perfect, a masterpiece of the divine, nothing missing, lacking, needing, nor wanting. In whom Spirit is well pleased, you are. Just say to yourself, I am the divine masterpiece in whom Spirit is well pleased. Inviting you to return back completely and more fully to the body temple. With each breath, we return to the physical, aware of our place within the chair and the space, the floor, wherever we sit. You may want to tap the feet, the soles of the feet to the ground. Just shake them out and let them feel the ground so that those portals are now closed. I'm grateful for all that has transpired in this time of remembering and meditation. I'm grateful to each of you, I am, for you have set the energy and tone in the sanctuary space. For all those who enter the doors to receive a blessing and transformation, a revelation, an insight, and a healing this day. And when you're ready and in your own time, just gently allow for the outer eyes to open. As we become aware of the breath and the breathing and the air temperature in each other. And the sanctuary continues now with the Sunday service. This concludes our meditation portion of the service. Namaste.
Morning, everybody. Happy OktobFEARfest. I shouldn't have paused on that, should I? Person next to you, say God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together. We come together in the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. Together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color. In kinship we unite, in honor of the love in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Here let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Before Halloween morning. I'm telling you what an incredible day this is. And this is OktobFEARfest. OktobFEARfest. Not just a regular Sunday. Well, we never have regular Sundays here, but you know how incredible we are. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Redlands. Thank you for everyone joining us on Facebook Live and YouTube and here in our sanctuary. My name is Eileen Swenson, and it is truly a privilege and an honor to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. CSL Redlands is a New Thought community living an ancient wisdom philosophy based on the science of mind. The science of mind philosophy was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes. Dr. Holmes studied truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths and developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into the world. CSL Redlands is an open and inclusive community honoring all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter where you are or who you are, and where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here, always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone and all of creation. If you are here with us for the first time, would you please raise your hand? All righty, our wonderful returners. We all have our beautiful family that comes together every Sunday, and we're always so happy to see you here. A gentle reminder to silence your cell phones and place them safely away, and so you may participate more fully. And I would like you to consider, if you aren't on your way to the center right now, you really should, because we have Weird Barbie and Ken in our presence today, and you get to meet them and see them in person. So join us, join us. Thank you so much again.
I'd say we have more weird than that going on in here. Take a look around. You came to the right place. So this is our centering music. Y'all know what that's about. Remember me, though I have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Remember me, though I have to travel far. Remember me, each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again. Remember
Brother Mark. I'm one of the licensed practitioners here at CSL Redlands, and I'm inviting everybody to take in that divine, sacred, and holy breath. And as we exhale, we release anything and everything that does not match the divine, the sacred, and the holy. Just release it back to the nothingness from where it came. Let's take in another divine and sacred, holy breath. And with our exhale, we release and surrender anything and everything that does not match that. We release anything that is on our to-do list for later this day, so that we can be here in this present moment, fully, wholly, and completely. So we can allow for any insight or revelation, any demonstration and transformation to occur with ease and with grace. Often just by simply allowing it. We need to allow it. Spirit always is impressing itself upon us for our highest and best good. And I'm inviting anyone within the sound of my voice to simply allow for your greatest yet to be received by your willingness to receive it. If you're willing to say, I am willing to receive my highest and best good. Let's hear that as an affirmation. I am willing, I am receptive to receive my highest and best good right now. That feels good, and it should feel very good, so let's breathe that in. Again, in the opening prayer, we send our blessings to the entire world. See all conflicts as covered in peace right now, the highest idea of peace with a capital P. I'm calling forth for this idea of peace now to transform ourselves individually. We go through our city, we go through our state, we go through our country. Can you open the doors for people who want to come in? Thank you. So we're allowing peace to transform all lower frequencies, all lower vibrations into peace itself. Any place that there's a conflict, any place that there's a struggle, see peace is the highest idea. Help me to see supplies, critical supplies and humanitarian aid reach all those in need. Let's see that for a moment together. See a peace shield over Ukraine from every city, village, town, border to border, north to south, east to west. Call forth for peace is the highest idea and vibration in Israel, Palestine, Gaza Strip. Call forth for peace in Armenia and the Artsakh region. Call forth for peace in Sudan. Call forth for peace in the Middle East. And let our peace be there eternally so that it can always be accessed. I'm calling for Spirit to make a way where I as a human may not be able to see a way. Calling forth for individual blessings for each and to reach all those present within the sound of my voice. Seeing you perfectly supplied, sourced, maintained, sustained for all of your needs to be met on time, every time. Divine health and wholeness and harmony and healing, divine abundance and cash and prosperity and wealth, divine right family relationships, divine right work and career, every category of life fulfilled by the divine by our willingness to surrender to it and say yes, yes, yes. So for whatever prayer is on your heart, for all those who have called our prayer ministries, just know that right where you are, God is. And if that feels comfortable to say out loud, you may say it as an affirmation. Right where I am, God is. Right where I am, Spirit lives. And let's try to feel a wholeness about that with our breath. breathe into anything and everything that's most needed by your soul at this moment in time. Know it is there. It is there. It is there already. It is done. And so with the heart filled with gratitude and praise, I release my word to the law of life, indeed knowing it is fulfilled. For the universe always says yes. Yes, yes, yes. I know that you are the beloved in whom Spirit is well pleased. That vision came through in our meditation this morning. When you look in the mirror, you see the divine in form and in flesh. And how good that must feel. Can you feel it? Let's stay with that feeling tone and vibration. I release my word to the law of life, knowing it is done, and expect it to be so and true right here and right now, and invite you to say together with me, and so it is. All right. And so again, welcome everybody. It's always a good day to be together, isn't it? And so today on OktobFEARfest, I have released the podium now to Barbara Jean Yankee is going to come up and do the reading, and then whatever happens after that, I'll see you on the other side of it. Blessings. Thank you, Barbara Jean, for being here.
The Demiurge's Laugh by Robert Frost. It was far in the sameness of the wood. I was running with joy on the demon's trail, though I knew what I hunted was no true God. It was just as the light was beginning to fail that I suddenly heard all I needed to hear. It has lasted me many and many a year. The sound was behind me instead of before, a sleepy sound, but mocking half, as of one who utterly couldn't care. The demon arose from his wallow to laugh, brushing the dirt from his eye as he went, and well I knew what the demon meant. I shall not forget how his laugh rang out. I felt as a fool to have been so caught, and checked my steps to make pretense. It was something among the leaves I sought, though doubtful whether he stayed to see. Thereafter, I sat me against a tree.
That's Barbara. Not your typical. But nothing about this day is typical, is it? So you've got some premieres today. Actually, the whole day is a premiere. OktobFEARfest. When October comes each year, everybody's filled with fear. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. When October comes each year, every zombie's drinking beer. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. When October comes and goes, the vampires dress in later hose and celebrate All Hallows Eve in style. When the leaves begin to fall, the witches hold their witches' ball with twitchy chicken dances in the aisle. Buck, buck, buck. When October comes each year, goblins raise their glass and cheer. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. When October comes and goes, the vampires dress in lederhosen and celebrate All Hallows Eve in style. When the leaves begin to fall, the witches hold their witches' ball with twitchy chicken dancing in the aisles. Buck, buck, buck. Can I get a buck, buck, buck? Buck, buck, buck. Nice. Buck, buck, buck. You've all done the chicken dance, yes? Buck, buck, buck. When October comes each year, goblins raise their glass and cheer. That's how we know OktobFEARfest is here. 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 Okay, it's a world premiere. What the heck is this guy doing up here, right? In this ridiculous costume. But I see plenty of ridiculous costumes, so yay. Now, first a disclaimer. I'm not a reverend. I'm not a practitioner. And you might be just justified in wondering, do I have the proper credentials to be doing what I'm doing right now? Well, I don't. I have no spiritual certifications, no degrees, no titles. And I don't think lederhosen are recognized as religious garb in most states, except perhaps Wisconsin. What you do have today is someone who's always had an interest in and studied spiritual matters. And I've had the privilege of listening to and conversing with many, many spiritual leaders over the last quarter century or so. So at this point, I want to give shout outs and gratitude to the many reverends, practitioners, teachers, scientists, philosophers, poets, and musicians that I've met along the way. Some of them are here today. All of them have invigorated and inspired me. And so today's little talk is going to be about inspiration and OktobFEARfest and how that all plays into new thought. So inspiration is a funny thing. I imagine that it's available to everybody, but some folks pay attention to it and others have more important things to do. For me, I can only talk about that. For me, sometimes it's a fleeting thought that can really just disappear in an instant. And if I don't write it down or if I don't sing it into my cell phone or find some other way to record it. Other times, it appears quietly but very insistently, and it just won't go away, repeating itself, never needing to be recorded. And it usually shows up as this thought. Somebody should, surely somebody has already, fill in the blank. This first happened to me with new thought several years ago. Do you remember when the law of attraction was a big deal? When The Secret was out and all that? Some of you do. And I was playing in a place like this, and there were no songs about that, and I thought, well, that's just weird. Surely somebody should write a song about it. Surely somebody has written a song about the law of attraction. And I kept looking, and nobody had. There were all kinds of other songs. So I wrote this song about the law of attraction. And it was then that people started looking at me differently because I'd just been the musician over in the corner playing the songs and doing the bit, filling my role. And they started looking at me differently as though I had something important to say. Well, I don't know if I had anything important to say because I really was just repeating the thoughts of other people that I had heard and putting them in music. Well, that led me to go out of that center. I went to Agape, I went to Asilomar, I went to other centers. I discovered along the way that there really were others out there who were writing and performing some really excellent new thought music that I just hadn't been exposed to. None of it was about the law of attraction, though, so we need more law of attraction tunes. So wouldn't it be a good idea to get a bunch of those great
singers, songwriters, performers together in a room and have like a concert or a festival or something? Well, surely somebody's done that. Again, nobody had, right? So that was that little note of inspiration that was nagging and nagging and nagging until I went, okay, I guess I'll do it. And so we put on a festival, and then we put on another one, and we put on concerts, and we had a speaker series, and we did all these things, bringing people together, which is always the best thing to do, bringing people together. Here's another one. It started right here in this very room. Wouldn't it be great if all the New Thought centers in the area, maybe just the next town over or maybe the next town after that, and they've got the ministers and they've got the practitioners and they've got the congregants, wouldn't it be great if they could all get together on occasion, get to know each other, get to meet each other, get to see what's going on? It could be more efficient. I know Ed is very big on efficiency. And it could be more effective. It could avoid duplication of effort. Why hold a class with 2 people if you could get folks and have a class with 10 or 12 or something like that? It could build a broader sense of community, first across the region, then maybe spread. Could be maybe national or international. Somebody should do that. Surely somebody has done that. No. So, like I said, it happened here in this room. The music director at the time was a guy named Sean Madden. Some of you may remember him. And he and I put together this consortium of folks. And we met here, and we met at Beaumont, and we met at Claremont, and we met in Riverside, and we had people from Palm Springs and Menifee. And it went on for a few years. And we had these monthly meetings, and we visioned, and folks thought, what a great idea this is. But we couldn't get buy-in. We really couldn't. And then COVID came, So I think that's still an idea that's underneath the surface, that's still lying there brewing about. Sometimes it takes a generation, sometimes for these things to happen. So you see, most of the time, inspiration is not about coming up with something that's entirely brand new. A lot of times it's about recognizing that there's this and there's this. Wouldn't it be an interesting idea if those things came together? And so it is with us today. OktobFEARfest is nothing new, but it's a new name for a lot of old things looked at in a new way. Now, some of you may know that Gilman, my buddy, my pal, my music director, gets very busy with St. Patrick's Day each year, performing Irish songs for all kinds of events. He's kind of an expert at it. And I don't know, but I assume you have appropriate garb, maybe something green, something like what he might be wearing. Well, for me, it's been OktobFEARfest bands putting on these lederhosen and performing oompa music every October. Well, when I would do those events, sometimes the locations would also have up some Halloween decorations. And I'd be up there playing the beer barrel polka or Ein Prosit or something of that nature. And I'd be looking at pumpkins or witches or something, cardboard cutouts or whatever it was. And I would think, well, wouldn't it be a great idea if somebody put those two things together? Somebody should do that. Surely somebody has done that. And I looked around. No, nobody. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? So the way it came through initially was just a song title. I thought, okay, I'll put the two together. I'll just write a song and it'll be fun. That'll be that. So it's the Halloweener polka. Exactly. It's funny, right? It's silly. It's kind of great in how that it grabs both things, the polka, the right, and the idea of Halloween. Now, OktobFEARfest, of course, and we're going to have some later today, includes all kinds of bratwurst and knockwurst and sausages, wieners of all kinds, right? Oh, come on, it's just a funny word. Everybody say wiener. Say it 3 times. Wiener. And you can't stop, you can't smile, right? You got to. They're just plain funny. So, combining OktobFEARfest with Halloween, of course, Halloween is already sort of in combination with Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. So I thought it might be interesting just to go back and look at how those things came about so we can understand the roots of what we're doing here today. That's kind of what I do in my classes when I'm teaching in college. So OktobFEARfest, let's look at that because it occurs first on the calendar. It actually has its roots in a wedding. That's why the wedding in today's talk title. It was the wedding of Bavarian Crown Prince Ludwig to Princess Teresa, of Saxe-Hildburghausen, and this happened on the 12th of October, 1810. Was anybody there? Okay. So the celebrations, they got the palace, and they held celebrations on the fields outside the palace. And the next year, well, it was the first anniversary, so they said, well, let's do it again. And so it's repeated annually since 1810, these celebrations on the fields, and the folk dances and traditional attire, always present. Of course, there were food and beer competitions. They're German, after all. These are my people. And these became increasingly popular over time. All of that was carried by the German immigrants who came to the United States in the 19th century. And if you think just a second about it, think about the great American breweries. Names like Eberhard Anheuser, or his father-in-law, Adolphus Busch. Maybe those guys were in St. Louis. Maybe we'll go to Milwaukee with Friedrich Pabst and Josef Schlitz. Yeah, all these German immigrants. Now, for OktobFEARfest, there's no set length to the celebration. Actually, in Bavaria, where the original place, it's usually for a couple of weeks leading up to the 12th of October. The American version, however, in some places goes on as long as 9 weeks. So it covers the whole thing, starting in mid-September and going to early November. So now let's look at Halloween. Halloween has very deep roots. It's very old. As far as we can trace it, it goes to the ancient Celtic tradition called Samhain. And that was celebrated to close out the harvest and to usher in what they called the dark half of the year. Now this is, it's up in the British Isles, and it's darker than it is here this time of year. The belief was that the barriers between the physical world and the spirit world were thinnest during Samhain, and spirits would roam about and sometimes appear to the living. Sometimes the spirits were friendly spirits, sometimes not. They would build huge bonfires. They had all this leftovers from the harvest, kind of in commemoration. If you were sitting near the bonfire, you were safe. Sometimes you couldn't be near the bonfire, so to protect yourself and maybe fool the spirits, they would put on costumes made from animal skins and hides and pretend that they were deer or a bear or something else. So that's the ancient Celts. That's quite a ways back. Well, in the first 400 years of what we call the modern era, the Romans were ruling the Celtic lands. So during that time, the Romans, they saw this festival and they said, well, we have something like that. So they combined their festival, a couple of them actually. They had one called Feralia, which happened to be in late October, and they commemorated the passing of the dead. So that all worked. The second was a day to honor the goddess Pomona. Did you know Pomona was a goddess? Not just a town. Well, look at this. An offering, a sacrifice. Thank you, sir. There we go. The goddess Pomona is the goddess of fruit and trees, and her symbol is the apple, and it's assumed that the tradition of bobbing for apples comes from that connection. So, yes. All Saints' Day, the day after Halloween, November 1st, is a feast day remembering those who have gone before us, honoring their lives. And the origin of All Saints' Day goes back to the ancient Greek Christian church. It's from the 4th century, so we're moving forward in time. They initially held a festival to honor all martyrs. Well, the Roman Catholics, they saw that. They thought it was a good idea, but it wasn't quite big enough. Let's take that tradition, and we will honor all saints, because most saints are martyrs anyway. So they called it All Saints' Day. In Middle English, I'll do my best, the name of All Saints' Day is All Hallow Messa, or All Hallows' Day, it came to be known. So the night before it, the traditional night of Samhain in the Celtic tradition, then began to be called All Hallows' Eve, which of course you know is now Halloween. Moving forward in time, in the year 1000, the Roman Catholic Church broadened even more because they figured, well, if we're honoring saints, let's not leave anybody out. Let's honor all dead the next day. So November 2nd is All Souls' Day. Now this incorporates Samhain's bonfires and costumes traditionally, but this time dressing up not as animals, but dressing up as saints or angels or even devils, as the supernatural creatures of the Christian mythology. So, almost 1,000 years after that, Irish immigrants to the United States, and there were quite a few in the 19th century, brought all those traditions, and that is now what has become our second largest national holiday, Halloween. Well, we've still got one more place to go here, Mexico. So, just as the Romans had combined their festivals with the ancient Celts when they were occupying the land, so the Spanish, when they were occupying Aztec lands, combined their traditions to, help people get along and celebrate. So Catholic All Saints and All Souls Days combined with Micahuit. That was an Aztec festival to honor, again, the harvest and the dead. It's that time of year, right? So those are the roots of Dia de los Muertos, which has greatly risen in popularity over the past few decades. So celebrating the harvest, that gives us every occasion to eat, drink, and be merry. And I think we ought to do that with abandon. Spirits rising from the afterlife in all of these different traditions, they give us ghosts, they give us saints, they give us zombies, they give us angels, they give La Calavera Catrina, which we see here. Nice, thank you. And all those other forms of non-living yet not dead entities. What they share is giving us ways to deal with what we fear the most. And those things, this is the OktobFEARfest. Fear. What do we fear? Pain? Anybody fear pain? Death. Thank you. Death. Thank you. And the other one, separation or loneliness, being without, right? What OktobFEARfest does, and what all these festivals do, is they make these things to play with, things to laugh at, things to minimize. So that's the new thought element in this combination of ancient festivals, or as they sometimes say, putting ancient wine into new bottles. So here's the crux of it. Fear, and if there's a takeaway sentence, here it is today. Maybe it's an affirmation, I don't know. It's not really an affirmation, but it's a learning point. Fear has strength in direct proportion to our resistance to it. Yes? Fear has strength in direct proportion to our resistance to it. Michael Beckwith put it much more simply and very poetically, what we resist persists. I would add, much less poetically, that what we can accept, what we can acknowledge, what we can learn from, we are successfully coexisting with. Now that's a mouthful, but you can remember it. Here, I'll help you. Let's contrast these. When we deny pain, we empower it. Yes? When we anticipate pain, what? We empower it. When we relive old pain, anybody? We empower it. Exactly right. When we fear death, what? We empower it. When we believe in separation, right. On the other hand, when we accept pain, we successfully coexist with it. Doesn't mean it's not there, but it's not. We're not building into it. When we acknowledge that pain is information, it's telling us that something our attention needs to be dealt with. When we acknowledge that pain is information, we successfully coexist with it. When we remember old pain, those indignities, those things that happened that we relive, when we remember that old pain and we learn from it, we successfully coexist with it. See the value of something like OktobFEARfest? What about separation and loneliness? Well, when we know, as all good New Thought folks do, when we know that separation only appears to exist in the physical realm, but that we are inextricably connected with each person and everything in the universe, then we successfully coexist with separation. I know it's a mouthful. I don't have Michael Beckwith's gift for putting that in way. I'm going to read that one more time. When we know that separation only appears to exist in the physical realm, but that we are inextricably connected with each person and everything in the universe, then we successfully coexist with it. And finally, death. Anybody afraid to die? Okay, good for you. There's plenty out there who are. Anybody resist dying? Well, we haven't got there yet, so. When we accept that death is the inevitable and natural change of our individualized energies from one form into another, then we successfully coexist with it. So, pain, separation, death. So, let us continue this long tradition of combining these heritages from the ancient Aztecs, the Celts, the Greeks, the Romans, the Spanish and Irish immigrants, and the dancing and drinking Germans, with their commonalities of celebrating the connections between us through communion with the land and its bounty, celebration of the harvest, through marriage to each other, to enjoying the camaraderie of good friends and family, or in relationship with the departed. Let's join in the celebration of OktobFEARfest. Don't be scared. It's OktobFEARfest. All right, thank you. So the talk title is A Wedding, a Funeral, and a Game. So has anybody ever seen Wheel of Fortune? Do we have anybody who loves playing Wheel of Fortune? You sit on the couch and you yell out the answers or anything like that? We're going to play some Wheel of Fortune, and we need 2 or 3 or 4 contestants. So anybody come on up. Okay, well, I hope you catch on quickly then. David's gonna run the game for us. Yeah, we need more than one contestant, or there's no contest. There we go. He doesn't even know how to play the game. Okay, here we go. Now we got 3. There we go. Well, it's all right. We can do the 3. Put the mic in between you guys, so the folks online get the. So we need 3 names. We got what? Pardon?
That's my name.
His third name is 7.
7. Ann and Gilman. 7, Ann and Gilman. There it goes. He found it. I'm going to do my best to play Pat Sajak here.
This way.
Yeah, to get you all in,
Are we
get you all in
trying
camera.
to get to the camera?
Yeah.
I love how it's 2 webcams set up. Ingenuity. I think that's the wrong song.
There we go. I know. It's the one that came to mind. 7, you're player 1.
Oh wait. Oh, it's this game. Did I spell it right? Yes, you did.
Okay, and then player 2 is Ann. And then player 3 is Gilman.
All right, so David is our lovely Vanna today.
I need a microphone. Can you turn on the microphone here so he can hear me? Okay. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna mute a few things. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Perfect. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. So here we go. I'm gonna load the puzzle. Oh, please work. There we go. Okay, so the category is TV quote. 7, would you like to spin?
I would.
Okay, here we go. Okay, 800. Please select a consonant.
M.
There are no M's. Okay, next person, and. Spin.
Oh, no, 7, stay here.
Oh.
You get more chances.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, you also get to pick a vowel,
Yeah,
right?
it's just Anne's turn, that's all. Okay, I'm gonna spin for Anne.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, you'll catch on quickly.
Okay, and so, what was it? I'm sorry. 500.
500.
500, okay. S. We have 1 S. There we go. Okay, you can go ahead and spin again.
Spin again.
Okay, that's 700.
R.
R. There is 1 R.
You can spin again or buy a vowel.
Yeah.
Let's totally buy a vowel. Good call. I forgot.
Which vowel would you like?
E.
There are 3 E's. Okay, and so I guess she spins again, right? Yep.
Or buy another vowel.
Or buy another vowel.
Let's spin.
Okay.
By the way, in the audience, if you figure it out, keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What's next?
T.
Wow, that's a lot of T's. 5.
Wow.
Ding. Okay, cool. Okay, so
Let's buy another vowel.
what would you like?
An O.
Oh. Okay. Spin or buy another vowel?
Oh, we're gonna have to spin.
900.
Let's go with H.
H. 2 H's. Here, let me award the points because I forget to do that sometimes. Okay. Spin or vowel or solve the puzzle?
Probably yes. Oh, spin. I would be better at home probably.
400.
L.
1 L.
You're doing great.
We're doing good. Uh-oh. Okay, let me award you the points and spin.
Okay, let's buy one more vowel.
Yes?
I.
2 I's.
Audience.
Don't say it if you know it, please. Okay.
Take a little bit longer. I just don't know 2 words.
500.
I know one of them for sure.
Let's do W.
One W. Okay, keep spinning.
What? I still don't know. Spin again.
Okay, 300.
P.
1P. Okay, we're so close.
Spin or solve, spin or solve.
Spin or solve?
Spin.
Or Val?
I still don't know. Maybe I'll miss this one so someone else can try.
700.
Let's go with a D.
Okay, cool. Now someone else can play. I'm just kidding. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine.
Same way.
That's how it works. Okay, Gilman, it's your board. Would you like to solve the puzzle or
I got most of it, but
or spin
uh,
or Val? Oh wait, you don't have any
He doesn't
money.
have any money. Gotta spin.
okay. Oh, yeah, spin.
Of course not.
I guess.
All right, $900.
Ooh, $900.
You forgot. You got. I think you got a word too. How's that?
Give us a letter before you time out.
Hurry, letter
G.
G. Oh, you got 1G. Okay, spin again.
Sure.
Give him his money.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, I forgot to give you your points. Oops. Okay, what's your next one? Oops.
N.
N. Okay,
I know, right?
next one.
We got that.
Okay, keep spinning. Or?
Spin again?
Okay.
Sure.
Don't say it. Yeah, if you say it, Holly, they'll probably pick up on the mic.
Z.
What? C?
Z as on zebra.
Oh, Z. Oh, gosh. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Solve.
Okay.
Oh, you want to solve? Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, you got it. Cool. Okay. I think that's our game. Thank you guys for playing. Ann got the most score, though. And Gilman's number 2. Okay, great game. Yes.
One, two. All right, so Gilman, you have won a fantastic OktobFEARfest T-shirt. You can see Miss Barbara at some point after the festivities today to get that. So we've got a few more. These will go very quickly. I'm going to play some famous either TV or movie, scary TV show themes. And Gilman, will you help me with this? Because I'll be playing. Somebody needs to raise their hand. Whoever raises their hand first, pick them and let them name it. Right? Yeah. So you watch and you call on whoever it is. I'll play. So don't shout it out. Do not shout it out. You got to raise your hand. Gilman's going to call on you. First one's easy. Say it. Adam's Family. So what's your name, dear? So you're gonna win a T-shirt or a hat. Tamra. All right. Here's one that's maybe a little bit more interesting. So what's it called? X-Files, she's got it. Okay, here's another one.
it the Munsters?
It's the Munsters. That's Jean, yes. You can't tell she's hiding in there. And here's the last one. Nobody? Seven's got the perfect name for this. Stranger Things. Anne. It's Anne. Okay, thank you for playing our little games. Halloween's the time of year to celebrate all that we fear. We trick or treat, we sing or dance. I dare you, though, to take a chance. Go out amongst the common folk, put on your mask, and lederhosen. All Hallows Eve, OktobFEArfest. Is this a mashup done in jest? Not at all. I must protest. OktobFEARfest is just the best. So now is the time, and it's no joke. Dance the Halloweener polka if you want. Big black cats and bats and rats and Jason in a hockey mask. The thriller killer, flight or fright, will chase you down the street at night. Gutter clown's a real sneaker. Annabelle's a trick-or-treater. Better hide, there's nothing meaner than a raging Halloweener. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains right out like tapioca. Dance the zombie karaoke to the Halloweener polka. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance the zombie karaoke to the Halloweener polka. Now this is a little call and response. Hey, how good your German? So here, let's just do it. I'll do the first. Ist das eine spooky scene? Ja, das. Okay. Yeah, in the same rhythm. So, ist das eine spooky scene? Ja, das ist ein spooky scene. Ist das eine Halloween? Ja, das ist ein Halloween. Spooky scene? Halloween? Everybody scream. Scary stuff is just so awesome. Rattling chains and big chainsaws, and Reagan is so sinister she horrifies the minister. Krampus hiding in your bed while Freddy Krueger's in your head. He's gonna get you while you sleep. He'll drag you under by your feet. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance the zombie karaoke to the Halloweener polka. Are you ready? Ist es in ein stinky smell? Let's try that again. Ist das eine stinky smell? Is smelling like their bowels of hell? Stinky smell? Bowels of hell? Run, schnell, 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 schnell. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Excuse me. Dance a zombie karaoke. Can you do it with me? Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance a zombie karaoke to the Halloweener polka. Dia de los Muertos Locos. Brains run out like tapioca. Dance a zombie karaoke to
polka. Dia de los Muertos locas. Rings around like tapioca. Dances zombie karaoke to the Halloweener polka. Dia de los Muertos locas. Rings around like tapioca. Dances zombie karaoke to the Halloweener polka. Halloweener polka. All right, Brother Mark.
Very good. Let's give it up for Al Yankee, the creativity, and a wonderful talk today. One of the spiritual tools we use here is affirmation. Let's see if we could come up with one that had. I heard the word abandon, which I love from your talk. I'm going to say it, and if you agree with it, we'll break it down into an affirmation. I live my life with great abandon and joy, expecting my highest and best good now. I live my life with great abandon and joy, expecting my highest and best good now.
Expecting my highest and best good now.
Can you feel it? All right, so I think we're going to rename our church soon, and it's just going to be called That Church. We'll make t-shirts, because where else can you go to a Sunday service and play Wheel of Fortune, polka, right? And be kind of like a little bit irreverent. Do you like that? I kind of love it. And thank you all for being here. Notice how crowded the sanctuary space became from the beginning to the end of service. So I'm wearing my, it's not really a costume, it's a nod to somebody who is was a famous hairdresser in the 90s. Does anybody know? Do you know? Nope. Gary? Exactly. It's a nod to Jose Hebert. And I think he might have had a book, and I like the title. It's Shake Your Head, Darling. He passed, I asked Alexa, he passed last December 23rd, 2022. So a nod to Jose Hebert. And we all say, shake our head, darling. All right, so now it's the time for the offering, and we want to know that the same portal from which we give is the same portal from which we receive. So I invite the ushers to come forth. And we have inviting you to take, if you're able to give, if you're within the sound of my voice, you could click online and click on Donate Now or Zelle or PayPal, Venmo, whatever it is. And you want to support your spiritual center. You want to support the place that uplifts and transforms the world and the planet. I'm going to encourage everybody to start taking classes, wherever you can take classes or workshops, to learn what works for you for your spiritual journey. It's very, very important to unfold with ease and with grace. And so we take our tithes and our offerings and we bless them. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it perfectly is.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing. And you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing, and thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
And so I invite the congregation to outstretch our hands toward the offering received and say, that church, it's blessed and it's a blessing. And so it is. All right, and now Eileen will provide the announcement or two. And I want to thank everybody for their participation, especially Al. What creativity! Amazing. And is the website still up? Can you give the web?
OktobFEARfest.com.
You can go to OktobFEARfest.com and buy some merch. There's some caps and shirts and what else?
Beautiful shirts.
And so we have a few announcements. Not a whole lot today. Mark your calendar for the Interfaith Thanksgiving celebration Sunday, November 12th, 4 p.m. at Trinity Episcopal Church, and that is on 4th Street in Redlands. That really is a beautiful service, so you really should attend it if you possibly can. We have the announcements. Several of them are a few of them are on your bulletin. Check those out. And join us. We have snacks and socializing. And there are hot dogs, and there is the sauerkraut. I can only make it sound like Norwegian. I can't make sauerkraut sound German, but sauerkraut. And just in case you all think that this is our normal Sunday, it isn't. It isn't. We are actually quite different, just as fun, just as loving, just as welcoming, just as perfect as you can possibly want. Absolutely. Next Sunday is First Sunday Potluck, so please join us then. We always have some really, 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 really good food. So join us for that next Sunday and bring something. Be sure you bring something. We have a whirly gig over here. We don't always have a whirly gig, but when it is here, we love it. It's really great. This is Dave, and his children and his beautiful wife are with us here today. I thank you all so much for being here today. Phil, you know, we had an incredible event here yesterday that Phil spearheaded. So. Right, it's
Just a
there.
few thank yous for David running the sound, and Iris, and Jean danced up a storm yesterday, and we got a nice chunk of change. Audrey took it home. No, she put it in the office. So am I forgetting anybody who helped out yesterday? But I'd like to thank everybody who joined us yesterday for a joyous occasion. So thank you.
When we're going to feature Gilman on the closing song, which is not our normal closing song, but it's the national anthem of Halloween. And if we have anybody who feels like being background singers, they can certainly come up on this mic. You can sing from. Spooky. So, David, you got those lyrics ready? And, yeah.
Check.
Are you doing a control? We'll go when David says go.
Okay.
Yeah. Gene, you going to be background singer? Anybody want to join Gene? The lyrics will be right up there on the screen. You can see them. You can all sing them from where you are, too.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from the slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash from my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes
Next
to
slide,
get a
David.
jolt from my electrodes.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
The Monster Mash. Now the zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son.
They did the mash. They did the mash. They did the mash.
Okay.
They played the mash.
Third verse. The scene was rocking, all the digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kick
They played the mash.
They played the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They played the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the Monster Mash. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened the lid, shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash.
It's now the Monster
The
Mash.
Monster Mash.
And it's a graveyard smash.
It's now the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
The Monster Mash.
It's now the Monster Mash. Now everything's cool. Drac's a part of the band. And my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this smash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Boris
can
sent
mash.
you. And you can Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
It'll be a graveyard
You
smash.
can mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
You can mash.
And you can Monster Mash.
Then you can mash.
Oh.
Then you can mash.
Let me hear you now. Oh.
And then you mash.
Oh.
The Monster Mash. So go have some Halloweeners and potato salad and sauerkraut and all that good stuff. And